Hello, this is Lisa Russick and Misty Lure with the podcast We're All Psychic. Right, Misty?
Right, Lisa.
And this is a video podcast on Spotify. I remember to say it again in the beginning. And guess what? You can see her if you're watching. Carol is back. Carol is back, just like I promised. And we had to reschedule, as you know. But so Carol, Misty has a question for you, as always.
I do, Carol.
Before I even start.
Yeah.
I know, before you even start.
Give me a chance, would you?
Okay, all right. I'll give you a little hint.
I'm kidding you. I'm joking.
I was ready to chant.
All right, Carol, do you believe that we're still all psychic?
I do believe that we are all psychic, and I believe that more every day. And I think that people, they have to learn how to tune in. I've gotten more psychic since I've been doing readings and stuff like that. You get more and more tuned into people, but you have to be open for it. If you're not open, it's not going to happen. And I'm not afraid of psychic, because I find really interesting. I just seem to predict happy things. I feel happy things.
You too.
And, once in a while your mind clouds, like if something is going wrong, you're waiting for a doctor report or something, you're all nervous and everything like that. I still, get that. And maybe I'll have a bad feeling, but that's not a psychic thing. That's a fear thing. So
right.
That you can separate the fear from the other. I mean, I have predicted, I remember, and it might have just happened. Years ago, we were at I might have mentioned this to you before. We were at a Billie Jean King tennis match, and my first husband was a dentist, and there was a call for Dr. Posel, and it could have been anything. And I thought my dad died, and he did. I knew that.
Oh, no.
I knew it was my dad. There was no reason to. He wasn't like in bad health or anything. And I thought maybe that was a fear, but I think that was something I just knew.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I can separate that a lot, because I am a worrier. In fact, really, let me just show you this. I do get a lot of, since I'm on, supposedly an influencer on TikTok, I get asked to do a lot of commercials, and sometimes they pay me and sometimes they send me products. So these are some gummies. I'm not allowed to say what they are, but they're supposed to make you feel calm. Yes. But they can't be too strong, because you can take them 4 times a day. Wow. I try those. I get to try some new things. For being famous is wonderful. I'm kidding.
You are famous. You're a star.
Famous on
another
TikTok.
R.
Yeah.
Star with a double R. You are a star.
Carol the Star. Love you. Call me Carol the Star. I love it. Yeah. So yes, we are all psychic.
Listeners and watchers. She says we're all psychic, and she's a star. So let's follow the star.
Follow the star.
Follow the star home, just like the tarot. So Carol is going to tell us about some retrograde stuff. She is going to be starting a series and being with us once a month. Hopefully we'll do it on the 4th Thursdays, like I told you about last podcast.
I'll come anytime you want.
Okay. Tomorrow and the next day. Well, I got one tomorrow, but then Thursday and then Saturday.
I'll write that down. Cats in the background. My cats aren't here now.
I have one on the floor. I have the other
one. A great big one over there, but you can't see.
I see feet. I think I see feet. They're very cute. And she's got her puppers. Yeah, we were all here. So listeners and watchers, Carol's gonna
retrograde.
This episode, we're gonna talk about retrograde.
It's over, you guys. It's over.
Yay!
And the ones who feel it the most are the Virgos and the Geminis, because the ruling planet of both those signs is Mercury. So when Mercury goes retrograde, and Mercury going retrograde is not a dangerous and horrible thing. It is the most annoying thing in the world. Okay. You're always going to have computers break down and not get emails and people not calling back. That's part of life. But it is so congested during this time. In fact, brand new computer. And I guess it's been sitting in the box, a couple years old, and the battery is dead.
Oh no!
Before we got it, and then there's nobody to call, so that's communication. You can't talk to somebody, and then Jim is going to put the new battery he got in there, but it's too dangerous. I mean, just stuff. And my printer broke down, and the computer wasn't working right, and I sent 2 astrology readings off to the wrong email addresses, or they didn't get there for different reasons. My mistake, of course. I forgot to put something on the Google Drive that I didn't do. People don't call you back. People irritate you. They don't show up. And I got I have a Virgo moon and Virgo rising. And so I really feel
it. And you're one of those two you just said.
Yeah. I really get it a lot. So it is over. It was over with officially yesterday, but it takes about 3 or 4 days before it completely goes away. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So a lot of people, I know I get a lot of notes from people, all the things that are happening to them with Mercury retrograde. And the reality is, though, it does happen to everybody all the time, but it does seem to come in, and people will tell me, and they're usually Virgos and Geminis, all the stuff that happens. So you don't have to worry about it. Right.
Not anymore.
Okay, Misty, when is your birthday again?
April 11th.
Okay, so you're an Aries. We've got an Aries and a Taurus here. That's good. Okay. That'll work for today.
And we've got a Libra.
I believe Libras are the only sign of the zodiac that nobody says anything bad about. I mean,
you're right.
Even though we can be horrible.
I have, but maybe not too many people have.
No, but
not about you, though.
And I'm talking about in general.
Oh, in general, you're right. They are just easy to get along with.
Tauruses are stubborn.
Yes.
They'll say Aries always have to be first all the time.
Yes,
and
yes.
people really hate Scorpios.
Yes. I've got 2 of them. Trust me, I know.
And Virgos too are not always well. Oh, he's a Virgo or she's a Virgo. You understand. And the reality is that our sun sign is important. Okay. It is our inner drives. It is who we are. It's our core. But when you take a moon sign and a rising sign and planets, that personality can be changed and modified so much that you're not at all like a typical any sign in the zodiac.
Yeah.
I can see
I'm a Libra double Virgo, but I have a Libra, Venus in Libra. I have Mercury in Libra. The North Node is in Libra, and my sun sign is in Libra.
You seem more like a Libra, yeah.
Mercury, yes. Mercury also, I think I think Mars also, I think I have it.
Okay.
So I'm a lot of Libra on here.
Yeah.
You're balanced.
I still think that I'm a Leo rising because I think when I was born, in the dark ages, is that the doctor, the timing, the doctor probably looked at, my mother gave birth and it could have been 2 or 3 minutes before they put down the time.
Right.
And that would have made, if I was born 3 minutes earlier, I would have been a Leo rising.
That makes sense because you do act more. You're outgoing. You're not afraid to take risks, And
I have a very Virgo moon because I'm really,
you do.
Into health. I'm really.
That's true. You do. Yeah.
It is. So
yeah,
that is. And so Libras, happy birthday, all Libras out there.
Happy birthday, Libra.
Happy birthday, Libras.
Yes. And they're also different, but a lot of them are really annoying.
Well, you know what it might be? It's because, they're associated with relationships and they like to get involved in relationship. And it's like they can be influenced by people who they get in relationship with.
Exactly.
That makes them annoying.
That's very good.
Yeah.
It is.
We're people pleasers. Very, and not all Libras are, but I think it's the Virgo in my chart. I really choose my words very carefully.
Yes. Virgo do that, yeah.
I don't want, the thing is, I'm so sensitive that my feelings get hurt so easily that I don't want to do that to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. It feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And if I say something off wrong, I always feel so bad about it later. I do.
Right.
And so sometimes I need to express myself more when something happens and be more honest about it because I get walked all over sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. And people know that I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get mad and I'm not going to show those feelings, even though because I hate
confrontation.
When somebody would say to me, my good friend next door, said, well, I told you that already. That's I told you that.
I just forgot, man.
Yeah, I didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
But,
the tone of voice and everything, it just gets you. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So
it's sensitive, yeah.
Yeah, but Libras are, I think of all the signs on the zodiac, we love our birthdays the most. So I'm starting to count backwards. So that is working really well. Yeah, I've been going back now. Every year, I'm just a year younger. It's actually something I want to share with you. I want to know, let me read this. Have you ever heard of Patricia Cotter Robles?
No.
Okay, my wig lady told me about her, is that she's into this fifth dimension frequency.
I know about the fifth dimension frequencies and stuff. Yeah, all the different levels of, yeah. I know about it.
She says she's getting younger every year.
Yeah, is she?
Well, I don't know. I just met her once. I know she doesn't. She has no filter when she talks. She sometimes says this way. I thought, she's telling me something. What is she telling me?
And she's into metaphysical stuff and she has no filter. That must be excellent.
Yeah. Fun girl.
I don't really understand it. I was going to read about it.
Well, from what I understand, it's like we all live in a 3D right now, humans on our planet. And we are evolving to be able to access and operate in a fifth dimension. That is astral plane, pretty much, from what I understand. It's the astral.
What does that mean, though? Can we fly? We could fly, or we could.
Well, you wouldn't be you'd be out of your body, kind of like an astral travel. That's how I understand it. Like astral travel, you could your body doesn't go with you to the fifth dimension. It's your soul. It's what I understand. I may be wrong, but that's how I understand. I was going
to read more about it because I think it's so. Anyway, she said she's getting younger, and I thought she was actually older than she told me she was. So it didn't work. I'm kidding.
She just started.
Yeah.
His hair has made me very silly. No,
the blondes have more fun.
Actually, I'm always very silly, and you know that. We write each other.
No, you're serious. You're way too serious. Every time I talk to you, I'm like, Carol is so serious.
Oh, no. No, because you're not catching my jokes. That's why.
Another thing about Libra is they are very funny. Like maybe it's the people pleasing thing, but most Libras I know can be really funny. They can out joke anybody. The ones I've known. Like they can always one up, but never mean. They get sillier and sillier.
Yeah, it's the way I look at the world. I try to. It's kind of my defense against a lot of stuff that goes on. And I think, and we're not going to get political, but I have to say this, is that I think we're living in a really tough world today.
It is tough.
Yeah. I think, and you guys we are closer to the borders than you are. So we know what's going on there. Very difficult. And we also have inflation and things are getting out of hand. And you know what else is changing? This is what gets me, is that people in business are getting less and less nice.
I love that. That's awesome that you just said that. I totally understand where you're coming from.
Need more Libras in the business world.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe it, the way people, like even the company like Amazon, who's so great and love it. I buy something every day from them. They don't have customer service anymore. You can't talk to anybody now. And you've got to be able to talk to people in a business. And I think that pressing buttons and talking to robots is just
frustrating sometimes. Yeah. They're not good enough.
I'm afraid to buy. I'm afraid to use a credit. I use Amazon because I know my credit card's safe, but I'm afraid of other companies.
Right.
I get offers all the time, and some of them are like, one of them, fortunately, I didn't give away any information except my email address, but I have a feeling it was a scam.
Yeah.
I looked the company up. It's a legitimate company. So I knew it was illegit. But then again, maybe these people aren't with that company.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. While you're talking about this, I'm hearing Libra. What about this is Libra? And I know other Libras, they're very cautious and they're very worried that they're going to be taken advantage of because they are so much.
Yeah,
and they are so often taken advantage of.
Even though Virgo is the analytical ones. Libras are, we like peace, we like balance, but we're the ones, one thing about all Libras, I love to pick out, we may talk about one trait on each sign that is always there.
Yeah.
And the Libras, besides being very, very, very indecisive.
Yes. Oh my God, you said it.
It's hard. It's hard for a Libra.
Yes, decisions, very hard.
But the second one is, like, I can just hear myself when I was a little kid saying it's not fair. And I use that word all the time. That isn't fair. That isn't fair. And I feel like, and that's so Libra with the balances, we're the only zodiac sign that has an inanimate object for our are all animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not fair, is it?
It's not fair. It's not fair. I want to be an animal, not a scale.
But we know that life is not fair.
Yeah.
It's not always fair. And I think that accepting the fact that people are less than perfect and are going to do hurtful things and not nice things. And I'm sure along the way I might have done some too, but being perfect, it doesn't happen very often.
Not very often.
Of course not.
No.
This way.
Well, I'm careful with my words. You know that.
I know, yeah.
I would never hurt anybody's feelings.
But you probably could if you wanted to. You probably can think of the comebacks, but you don't say them because you're not going to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, but actually, I'm a quick thinker. As you know, we have to be on when we're taking the phone calls.
Yes.
We have to think quick.
Yes.
All the time. But when it comes to me, if you said something to me, I go blank.
Oh,
I get so depressed and sad. No,
you don't get a comeback, even if it's joking.
No. Yeah. Afterwards, I get so mad that I come out.
Yeah. Here's an example.
This is funny. This is a very Libra thing. This was years ago when I had my gift basket business. And he said, well, I guess I better tell you, I told everybody else. I bought Charlie Rogers' motorcycle. He already had 2. And this after Christmas we made all our money. So we had to pay our bills and do all that.
Yeah.
I said, oh, what about the other 2? He said, I'll sell them or I won't buy them. I said, great. So I went upstairs to bed and I came down. I said, I called him every name in the book. And I said, how dare you do this? I stormed up to the room. But he got a great sense of humor. He knocked on the door. I had it closed. He said, I just want to know if you were serious about what you said about me leaving. He said, I got to go call my mother and get my bedroom ready for me again. But his spending without telling me infuriated me.
Yeah.
Because we worked so hard to make that business work. So that's it. But it didn't hit. I was telling you that because it didn't hit right away. So Libras do that a lot. And I know Libras, they don't react right away.
Nope.
Yeah, they don't at all. They really, but it's in there and it really is, so.
I'm married to one, so I am totally listening to what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, you are.
I am with you on this. Yes.
Yeah. And I think that they can be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And you're an Aries and you're strong.
Mm-hmm.
And, but that's not mean you're going to, and it's not meaning it's going to happen. But that combination, because I don't feel like you are personally knowing you, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And reading into your, and I didn't realize how pretty you were the last time. You really are a very pretty lady.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
She is.
That'll win me a few points for a while, right? No,
I mean, got it, girl.
We also don't say things we don't mean. I'm really honest about what I say and what I feel with people, because I don't like misunderstandings. I don't like things to go wrong. And I think that being kind, and yet sometimes I'll get really angry with a friend because she's unkind. And I have to talk to myself and say, this is not a big deal. Let it go.
Right.
My feelings are hurt. And they are they're in high gear. My feelings are always in high gear.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I don't.
I have known a Libra very closely, and this person would have a bad temper. This person had a Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising. So a lot of what you're saying applies to this person, but some of it doesn't. They had a quick wit. They could bite, But that might be the other planets. But mainly,
Scorpio can bite back. Virgo moon cannot bite back, and Virgo rising does not bite.
Right.
Yeah.
And the indecisive thing, of all things and the thing about this person was he was about justice too. Things had to be fair. It was very important to him, but his idea of fair was different than a lot of people's.
Right. But indecisive about, I'm the one who decide every time we're going to move. So not just, about what I'm going to eat for dinner or what I'm going to.
You learned how.
Oh my God.
No, you're good.
No. Just beautiful.
Well, we need to talk about.
So what's Libra's place in the whole zodiac? They're the 7th sign, right? Of the whole zodiac, right?
Seventh sign.
So
we're the 10th month and we're the 7th sign. We're the house of partnership, and it's also more than that. It's a business partnership. It's long-term relationships. It's all about how you get along with people. There's a lot of little sub meetings in all the different houses. It's not that I don't have a chance to go over with them every time I do a chart, and I do
right on time usually, yeah.
The basic ones, but it's all about reactions and how you get along with people. And also sometimes these traits this will come up again in the 11th house. We'll talk about getting along with people, and in the 8th house. So relationships are in all of the houses. Everything is kind of intermingled.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it mean if you don't have any planets or aspects in your 7th house? As I don't.
You know what? That's really an interesting thing, because when I do readings for people, and I say some of these houses are loaded with planets and some aren't. Yeah. And they're just not a big factor in your life, or it wasn't supposed to be a big factor.
Okay.
And there wasn't supposed to be as much energy. And I know that you've had a lot of energy going on in that 7th house.
Yeah. It's in the house. It's in Aquarius, but there are no planets or aspecting anything because there's no planets. So there's nothing crossing through.
With an Aquarius.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, but I'm not married to him. So it's a 5th. It's a 5th house situation, kind of, right? Because it's not a partnership.
No, 5th house marriage. You know what? Marriage is 7th house. It is 7th house. And the 5th house is relationships and not necessarily serious ones. It's about your casual relationships, who you're attracted to, who you like. I use it mostly for ambition and creativity. And I feel like this is where, when I have someone worrying about what their jobs are going to be or their work, I said, this is where it starts, in the 5th house. Yeah.
Okay.
But it all starts with the 1st house. The 1st house is all about you, how you feel, how people see you. So people see you the way you feel about yourself. So, if you've gone out one day and think you look gorgeous and you have a piece of spinach on your tooth and you don't see it, but you think you look gorgeous, so everybody else does it. Okay.
Yeah.
If you knew you had that spinach, you could do it. Okay, so it's an awareness, and I do charts differently than anybody. I don't talk a lot about astrology while I'm doing them and get all complicated. I tell people, this is what you want to know. What is important to you? Relationships, whatever it is. So they're getting a reading about themselves, not about what the planets might think about them in 10 years.
Right.
And when they talk about planetary aspects going on around there, I think we place way too much importance on that. First of all, there's the slower moving ones like Uranus and Neptune. Well, what's going on there is going to take 10 to 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes in conjunct with something on your chart, I don't bring it up, but if someone asks me, I'm going for a job interview on May 15th, I will go and we'll look at which cat is that?
Gander. Gandalf.
Okay.
He loves
I will tell him, I will look up, like I had 2 charts I did the second time around, and they wanted to know how the year was going to be. So I had to get out and look at all the planets, mostly Saturn and Jupiter, because Saturn changes signs every 2.5 to 3 years, and Jupiter stays in the sign for 1 year.
Okay.
But Mars, Mercury, and Venus, they're there too short. So if it's in that month, if it's transiting in that whole month, that's because they only once a year, or a little over once a year, and they're wanting to know if they're going to meet somebody, I look where Venus and Mars and Mercury are. So that's how I figure things out. And it's complicated because they go back and forth, and then what is it? Jupiter was in Pisces and Aries, and goes back to Pisces. I mean, you have to figure out.
Yeah, it gets confusing.
I'm dancing with them.
It's for like a 40-day period. It's in something.
Yeah, and I
back out.
And from judging from what people review, they always feel I've been pretty spot on and pretty accurate with what I've said. So I feel whatever I'm doing is okay.
That's another thing about Libra, is they're dedicated to what
they are.
They're dedicated to what they want to do and what they love when they decide. When they do decide. When they do decide finally. To decide, or anybody decides for them, when you make your own decision, Carol, to eat whatever you're going to eat, you probably feel like better about it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dedicated to it, yeah. Like
that eating healthy, I feel so self-righteous about it. When I cook healthy meals, I just feel like we're doing vegan twice a week now. I'll make something up and it'll last for 2 dinners. And I feel like we're helping the planet, we're helping our health, and we're saving money.
There you go. All in one.
Yeah. And my husband loves them. He thinks they're great.
That's great. Yeah.
And No, I do try to, I feel that taking care of your body is such a difference in our life, because I see people, there are a few people out there that they can abuse themselves to death and they'll live till they're 100. But we mortals have to take care of ourselves. We live in a toxic world. The air isn't always good. The food, is highly processed, even organic. We don't even know if it's organic.
Right.
Oh yeah, they can put it if it has like certain percentages of like even the cage-free eggs. If they spend like an hour outside, they can be called cage-free, stuff like that. Yeah.
And with sugar, if it's there, they don't have to put sugar in if it's only a certain amount. And then they give the sodium in there, and it's for like a handful of something. And if you eat the whole bag, you're going to die of a salt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's about cooking food that isn't made from other food. My thing is, if your food doesn't have labels, you're eating pretty healthy.
I like that. That's a pretty good way to say it. Yeah.
When I wrote my book, I put in there, if what you're using doesn't have labels, you're eating healthy.
Yeah, that's an easy way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you. Okay. What are some bad traits of Libra? Because you said they're the most liked, but they have to have some well-known say.
We have none.
You're right.
They're perfect.
They're none. We worry a lot. I think Libras
worry. Oh, yes, you worry. Yes.
Yeah, that's
internalize.
Libras can be devious. Okay, but let me explain that deviousness. You cross me really bad. And I'm not going to do anything mean to you, but I was giving away my secrets here. But this is a very Libra trait. I had a friend who, what was it? Oh, yeah, she got, would you remember Chris Evert?
No.
Tennis player?
Oh, yes. I remember now.
I did her chart for her, and this was her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, in person, we did it together. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And the friend didn't call me back about something that I needed to know. Okay. So I said, God, I'm so sorry you didn't call me back. I had a really cute guy to fix you up with. There's my DVDs. I have done stuff like that before. Somebody call me back. I said, gee, I'm so sorry. I had
now he's married.
Appointment didn't call me back, and I said, "Gee, I had 2 customers for you, and I called you, and you wouldn't take my call." So
oh well, snooze you lose.
Who's ever listening knows. Better watch out for me. I'm devious.
Those are traits I can see. that. Yeah, those are. I like Libras. I've never met a Libra I didn't like right away ever. And then I find out, and I'm like, oh, and Capricorn's another one for me. You know what, Carol? I have an idea. I'm sure Misty, you have some questions, but Carol, I have an idea. Well, how would you feel about having, except for the Aries podcast and the Taurus podcast and this one, the Libra podcast, maybe we could bring in a guest who is next month, say a Scorpio.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Want to do that? We'll find. I know one, Jennifer.
Too.
I bet she would.
But you have to give me their birthdays so I can put their cards for them, and I'll do a little reading on them a little bit.
That's cool. Yeah.
I've got 2 kids that are Scorpios. I got this.
They're Scorpios.
I have to charge you though.
You know what? I've got 2 Scorpios. 2 Scorpios and 2 Aries in the house. Can you imagine?
Scorpios and Aries. Oh my God.
Yes. And then a Libra. So our house is crazy.
Oh my God.
We got a little bit of balance, but we're crazy.
It's really funny. My ex-husband and my 2 kids were all water and earth. And I was air, a lot of air. Yeah, a lot of hot air too. Yeah. Interesting how all that worked. Anyway, yes.
The dynamics of families, and we'll do a podcast about that sometime,
It'll be fun, yeah. But I want to talk about compatibility.
Okay.
But I don't know how. No, I'm kidding.
Well, okay. We'll start with Libra. Who's Libra?
Okay. When I do my TikToks, I get my live ones. They all come in. All the questions are, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Pisces. How do I get along with da-da-da-da-da? That's all I want to know. And all our compatibility is based on sun sign compatibility. And they talk about it. Well, I'm a Gemini. I was married to a Scorpio. I know why it didn't work. And I have to kind of stay on that because this is the way they feel. And the reality is there are 6 factors involved. And there's others too. But we take your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Mercury, Venus, Venus, Mars, Mars. And I cross them over. All of them get crossed over. And
what they call a composite chart when you do what you're doing.
I just do that for my own.
Called like putting two charts together called a composite chart.
It's called a synastry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I look at the sun that someone who I did a reading for, she felt that she was really out of tune and not in love with this guy that she was with. They had perfect charts. I mean, what I feel. I mean, she was a Libra and had Pisces rising. He was a Pisces with a Libra rising. I like that. And then their moon signs were in Earth. I mean, it was all workable because astrology does not tell you who you're going to fall in love with.
No, it doesn't.
It could tell you your weaknesses and strengths and all that, but you're going to fall in love with any darn sign you meet, and you're going to feel it. And it has nothing to do. It might have something. It might be in there. The personality. You might be attracted to an outgoing personality, so you're attracted to Leos. But the reality is, it tells me where your relationship is strong and where it's weak, and where you have to watch out.
Okay.
You know, and I like what I call the in conjunct combinations. And it's, for example, I'm a Libra married to a Pisces. Well, there's the angles off on that. There's
nothing mathematically going on there.
Well, it's not half. It's not what it is. It's not opposition. It's not square. It's not every other sextile or conjunct. It is an angle that it's got an in conjunct angle. Okay. And I think those are very much, they have a lot of karma and been together. And there's always a good attraction in those in conjunct.
Yeah.
Okay, your second husband, if you don't mind my asking, what sign was he? A Libra, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
My first husband was an Aquarius.
Okay. Now the second one, just from your sun signs alone, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. And also that's an in conjunct that could have worked out really well in that one area.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But he is a strong Libra, though, wasn't he? Really?
Well, he had Scorpio, a lot of Scorpio in his chart. Most of his chart was Libra, though. Almost all of his chart was Libra. Yeah. And I think his moon was in Scorpio. But everything else was Libra. Everything was Libra. Every dang thing was all compiled in there. I don't know why.
Yeah. Did he have... I think he did some mean stuff because he was really insecure about himself.
That's what I think too. And I tried to help him. I tried to help him not have that insecurity, but I couldn't. Yeah. He had to figure it out.
Libras are also not real secure all the time.
No.
And sometimes they overcompensate and do things. And my first husband once said to me that maybe when my dad died, I remember he said, maybe you'll get some confidence in yourself or something like that. And I didn't realize that. But I've always been a little unsure of myself and what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too.
I'm better now.
I always felt that way. Yeah.
And I think but I know I know a Libra who I think she thinks she's perfect. And
yeah.
Fat and she looks older than her years and she's a lot of things, but she thinks she's perfect. So
yeah.
I can tell. Some people just have better images of themselves. And I grew up in a loving home. It's nothing to do with my family at all.
Yeah.
Except my mother she was always afraid that if we had a party, nobody would show up. Or what was it? She always felt she had to give me lessons because I didn't have enough. I didn't have any confidence in myself. So it was good in a way, but she always treated me with kindness and love. I just always felt very loved growing up. So I don't have any issues from parents at all. And I just always felt like I got a fair deal. And I do know, I remember letting people walk all over me.
Yeah.
And I still do at times. I'm a little better at it now.
Yeah. Boundaries. Yeah. I was looking at my chart. The only thing I have in Libra is Pluto. So yeah, let's hear about the compatibility. Other than that, what would you say other than in conjunct?
Okay, I like to look at the moon. I really look at the moon signs a lot.
Okay,
because this is who you're attracted to. So this will determine sometimes who you're attracted to. And let's say, I'm pretty sure I remember my husband's moon is in Libra. And so I would be attracted to another Libra. We think alike and everything. And I think he's Aries rising. I can't remember. I did his chart a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that moon sign, and yet he's a Pisces that's opposing my moon sign and my rising sign. And I think he had to learn a lot how to become a good listener and not always talk about him. I mean, be interested in me a lot, which is a lot better.
Yeah.
And then I have Libra to his Libra, and I don't remember the rest of his chart, but like I do have the planets in Libra. So I do like Aquarius men. I don't like Aquarius women all the time.
Hey, I have that.
I should say I don't like them. You know what I find? If I'm having a problem with somebody, they're one of two signs. They're an Aquarius or Cancer. It doesn't mean that I have.
I've heard you say that about Cancer before. I've heard you say that about Cancer.
Yeah, but I have Cancer friends that I like. But if I'm going to have a problem with someone, they're an Aquarius or they're a Cancer, almost always.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with the Taurus, and I like my Aries friends. And the thing is about Aries, I did have a problem with my computer gal. Let me tell you, I'd kill to have her back right now. She could have got through this whole mess. And she was so nasty. I told you.
Yeah.
And it isn't that she was so nasty, is that Aries take on a lot of responsibilities, and they don't face up to the responsibilities they're taking on, and it eats them up inside sometimes. Mm-hmm. They're always giving, they're always willing. Oh, what can I do for you? And this and that.
Yeah.
And they don't accept that fact. Like my neighbor, I said, you're so nice, you do so much, and she doesn't want to think about that. She just keeps doing. It's real weird.
Yeah.
You got to take credit for what you do for people.
Yeah.
I think that Aries don't. And
you don't, Misty.
No, I don't.
In general. Yeah. When is your moon sign? Do you know, Misty?
Lisa.
I have her moon. Let me look it up real quick. I think her rising is Aries. She's an Aries moon.
So you're double Aries.
Yeah.
And the rising
sign? Her rising was Cancer.
Okay, so that's really different.
My rising is Cancer.
Libra.
We both have that.
The Libra. So with your Libra rising. I'm sorry, you said we have a Cancer rising with your Libra husband and your Aries. So there's a lot of chatter going on in the family. Really nice.
Oh, they talk all it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't love each other, because you've been married for how long?
We've been together almost 20 years. Okay. We've been married for about 15.
Okay. But there's a lot of stuff going on all the time. There's a lot of,
Your
Scorpios. Now, I think your Scorpio kids, though, you got that Cancer rising. So, but you've got the Aries, and the Scorpio. God, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of activity in your house, but your kids are good kids.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
And as long as they don't, I don't want to say anything. I'll just say as long as they don't do drugs.
Right.
Yeah. And as long as they don't bring home some of the stuff that's going on right now that's upsetting, which I won't mention what it is.
Right.
The kids.
Mm-hmm.
If they are who they are. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And they're all good. I mean, when I brought up my kids, it was so much easier. They had, I didn't have to worry where they were. They were out, they were going, and they were just super good kids. Honestly, my kids were, I don't want to say angelic, but they never yelled at me. They never got mad. They were always nice kids.
Oh,
it doesn't mean my relationship, it doesn't mean it's that good today, but it was growing up.
Yeah. That's
right.
Yeah, I had that. And so I think the compatibility is a lot of stuff. So we can't just look at the sun side, what everybody does.
What about Libra moon? What would Libra moon be most compatible with?
The Libra moon
gets Libra rising.
Libras. I think Libras are moons like Aquarians.
Okay. Yeah. And what about a Libra rising? What would they be attracted to or seem attracted to?
Yeah, well, Libra rising, that's who you're going to see. You're going to be attracted to, maybe not fall in love with forever. But if you're a Libra rising, I'm a Virgo rising, and I would find Pisces, which is opposite attractive.
Okay.
And I would find I liked, I'm going to say that I love Scorpios. I did.
I like Scorpios too. Yeah.
I like Scorpio men. I
don't know any Scorpio men, but women I've met who are Scorpios, I always get along with.
So Libra rising, they're going to be attracted to Leos. They're going to be attracted to Aries. They're going to be attracted to Tauruses. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah.
So if I'm generalizing that, I'd like to take in Mercury, Venus, and Mars, but they don't play as important a role as the sun, moon, and rising.
Yeah.
It adds to it.
Yeah.
And Mars is your mental, physical energy, is your sexual energy, it's your physical energy. And if you get into the wrong rising signs, good rising signs like, ask me about some of them so I don't have to mention any names here.
Pisces.
Pisces are very romantic and very loving and very caring in a relationship.
Okay.
And the rising, yeah.
And
Aquarius rising, they go either way.
Yeah.
It has something to do with their sun sign. He's an Aquarius.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have his birth time, so I don't know much about, what else. I think you had said he was a Leo moon and you couldn't get his ascendant because you didn't have his birth time. So
yeah, I thought you finally got the birth time.
Not yet. I went down to the health department to get his birth certificate, but I'm not related to him, so I couldn't get it.
Why don't you take some false ID and go down there?
I told him, let's go. That's so sweet that my girlfriend wanted to get my birth certificate. That's so sweet. Only you and your son can get it, so we got to get it.
You got to send him over there to get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I know you said you have an Aquarius moon sign. Did you? No, you're a Taurus with a
Capricorn.
Okay, Taurus. Is your Aquarius rising?
I don't think. Let me see if I've got Aquarius.
I thought you had some Aquarius in there. I
really don't think I do. Let me see. Anything Aquarius? Nothing. Not a thing in Aquarius.
Okay. So you got Taurus and Capricorn.
Yeah. Now, when I was younger, I was very much the typical Capricorn moon type. But now that I'm older, I'm like fixed, if that makes sense.
Capricorn moon sign, don't get them wrong. They're smart. And I can see where they'd be attracted to an Aquarius. And there's a dog there. Is that a dog?
My baby, yes. My little baby.
I love it. Is there one in the bed too? There are two of them.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yes, there's 3. There's wieners everywhere.
Yeah. I love them. Oh my God.
Oh, there's another one coming out.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
They are.
Are they twins?
Huh?
Are they the same age?
No, they're all different. This is the baby.
That one is my boyfriend's dog's baby.
Yeah.
What kind is he also a Dachshund?
Yes. Yeah, they're all Dachshunds. Yeah.
They're so cute.
I know. I couldn't have enough of them, so I got 3.
3?
Limit.
That's a lot of puppies.
It is.
So, I've even done charts on animals, on pets.
I've done my numerology on my cats, and I found that very interesting.
Yeah,
but I guess that's for another podcast. I think we
it is.
We got to do animals. We will do animals.
Well, yeah, that would be
fun sometime.
So I think it's going to be great if you have somebody on that we can do a little chart on them too, and that'll give people enough information about themselves.
It will help.
I will tell you that people today, particularly the younger group, they know their sun sign, moon sign, they know all their planets. When I get an order, they've already listed all. I need to know. They know, but they really don't know what it means. And I find it frightening for them if they just go and get these computerized readings because they're a bunch of facts that are either scary or they're going to relate them. They're going to do one and two.
Well, those generated charts, another problem is it's like, here's the good about this and here's the bad. Here's the good about this and here's the bad. It's not like talking about real life, They're
not talking about people.
People, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that, all astrologers are different and we all have a different way of looking at it. I have a very humanistic, I want to make it certain that what I'm going to tell you is what you want to know.
Right.
Yeah. To you, no matter what it is. And I'm sure that when you do readings on either Everclear or wherever, you gotta tell people what they want to know, what's happening.
Yeah.
What you want to tell them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. What they want to know. If I know what it is. But Carol, where can listeners find you? You got to tell them where they can find you, because your website now is in flux.
Well, I hope right now they can just come on over.
Okay. Give me your address right now on this podcast.
Yes. Party at Carol's.
Okay. They can find me so easy. My website is carolstarrastrologer.com. How much easier could you be?
Is it
Carol
2 R's or 1 R, Carol Starr?
2 R's. Yes, I'm Carol with the 2 R's.
I'll put that in the description.
Astrologer.com. And they can find me at Everclear.
I'll put that in the description as well. Your name is Carol S. Right?
/ Carol S. Is that what's kind of slash there?
I think there's a slash. Mine is a slash.
Even though I am on TikTok, but I don't want to give people too many places to find me.
Oh yeah, I got to keep some places
serious.
Well, if they want a reading, they go to my website, because I do offer telephone conversations. I'm adding a Zoom to it as soon as I get my computer.
Yeah.
I also offer videos, and I do videos and written reports too, so they can get it any way they want it.
That's really cool. You offer a lot. And listeners, I can't recommend her enough. And I'd like to also, I can't recommend our sponsor, Everclear, enough. Thank you, our sponsor, Everclear. There's an advice app or a website of everclear.com where you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And we both are on there, workers sometimes.
Yes, we are.
When we do the work thing. And it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's a fun job. It's really, really, I mean, I don't know I don't know about you, Carol, but doing readings, I don't do them unless I feel like I can, do a good job. And it always feels good. Like I think our friend Akasha said, when you offer Reiki, you're getting the healing too. I never thought of it that way. And doing a reading's kind of like that. If you do it well, and I feel better.
Yeah, I do. I always do. There's a rare occasion when you don't. We won't.
Does happen.
I find that mostly 95% of the people are nice and appreciative. And
me too.
I give about 95%.
Me too.
A few that are, I try to help, and sometimes we just can't. In fact, I had one of someone who is on there call for a reading.
Yeah.
She wanted to know about something in her life, and that was really wonderful.
Yes. Yeah,
so that was good.
When you walk away from that, it is like Reiki. You
really love
getting it too. Love, and sharing, and someone opening up, and you being vulnerable with you, and then you being vulnerable with them. Yeah. A lot of times I'll relate.
Talk about next time manifesting, personalized manifesting for people.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
We talked out for the day.
I know. We had to talk you out. We had to go until you were talked out.
Yeah, I'm all talked. I'm going to go watch. My friend is on a TV show called Sugar Queen.
Cool. Okay. We'll say, hey,
she's got a role on it, so I want to go catch her.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, go watch that.
I'm going to have a peach vodka.
I bet you are.
Now my husband went to a meeting, so I can sit there and sprawl out and drink and watch the TV.
How fun.
Sounds good.
And Big Andolph's came by too.
Oh, I love it.
Everybody has a good
coming to visit. I love it. And Misty, it was good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
And listeners,
we'll see you next month.
Yeah, we'll see you next month. And
so we're going to say goodbye. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Adios.
One more. You had another one in there.
Au revoir.
Oh, aloha.
Oh.
That's goodbye and hello.
Okay. So this little thing on here, it says, I'm going to be leaving you. I'm going to hit the leave button.
Bye. Bye. Carol, Libra Carol. And listeners, thank you as always for listening. Peace out.